Your team sucks at using AI because you're a bad manager. And I'm not just telling you off. These are mistakes I made when I first started using AI and when I first tried to get my team to use it. Companies are spending 50K a year on AI subscriptions and training, and the teams using them are still producing slop. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you why, and I'm going to give you 3 specific workflows you can start running with your team on Monday morning. But before any of that, you need to hear the one sentence that changes how you think about AI for the rest of your career. And here's the reframe. Most people treat AI like a black box. You type in a question, you get an answer, kind of like Google. But that's the wrong mental model. And it's why most managers I work with are getting nothing out of it. They connected the Meta MCP and then just asked Claude, what kind of ads should I make? Right. And Claude came back with some generic suggestions and they were like, oh, this is rubbish, and then chucked it away. But that's not the right way to think about it. The right mental model is this. The AI is your newest hire. He's smart, he's capable, but he's underbriefed and under-contextualized. It doesn't have enough context about your business or your processes. He's waiting for you to tell them what good looks like. And once you see it that way, everything changes because you already know how to get great work out of a smart employee. Like, that's how you've become a manager. That's how you've built your business. You've just never applied any of those skills to the chat window. So that's skill number 1. But skill number 2 is actually where most managers give up. And skill 2 is coaching the process. A specific brief is going to get you a decent first attempt. But as you all know, there are always things that can be improved. The good managers are going to go through the output and give the new report feedback so that they can continuously improve. You sit with them, you show them how you would do it, you show them which data you pull first. And if something feels off, you tell them what they could improve, what they could change. And that's the coaching process, right? And that's how you get someone junior and upskill them to become more senior. The problem is almost nobody does this with AI. They type in a brief, they get a response, and then they walk away. They just decide that the model isn't that good, that AI isn't useful, and then they go back to doing the work by hand. Now, the fix here is to treat the conversation like an onboarding session. You have to tell the model how you actually think about this work and give feedback. Your point about the CACs being lower because of consumer sentiment is garbage, because we actually started a discount sale on the front end. Right. And that's how you coach. That's the coaching process. And here's where it gets fun. Here's where it actually starts getting useful. Once you've coached the workflow, you can save it. In both Claude and Codex, if you ask the AI to turn your previous conversations output into a skill, and that skill becomes your SOP, your standard operating procedure. And not only can your AI do it, but you can also share that skill with other people in your business so that everyone can produce the same outputs as a skilled employee. So next week, you call the new skill with fresh data, and a report that used to take someone 45 minutes now takes 5 minutes, and now everyone can do it. And I want you to focus in on this because this is the moment that most teams I speak to actually quit. They expect the model to already know how to do their job. And if it doesn't, they get frustrated and they give up. But the AI is a fresh employee. It needs the same kind of walkthrough that you would give to a new hire. The difference, though, is that once you give the AI the walkthrough, it's going to remember forever, and it's going to execute the workflow faster than any new hire on the planet ever will. So, okay, skill 1 sets you up. Skill 2 multiplies your output. But skill 3 is the one that decides whether any of this lasts longer than a month. And this is the skill that quietly kills 90% of AI adoption in businesses. Let me ask you a question. Do different people in your business have different jobs? If the answer is yes, then you need to focus on skill 3. Because skill 3 lets different people standardize, operationalize, and save the work that they do into a skill set that can be rolled out across the organization with infinite leverage. I want you to think through your week and define one thing that you do again and again. Pick something that repeats, that's recurring, that has the same shape every week, because that's where the compounding effort's going to live. Then I want you to collect this information in a folder and point the AI at it, and then send over your standard operating procedure brief. Once the AI gives you the output, I want you to go through and give it feedback on how to improve. Once you're happy with the outcome, you ask the AI to turn the entire process into a skill. So just to recap, if your team is struggling with AI, the thing that you're actually struggling with is management and coaching, which is great news because management and coaching are both coachable skills. So this week, I want you to pick one workflow, try and automate it, turn it into a skill, and then tell your team to do the same. And if you have any topics that you want me to cover in my next video, then leave it in the comments below.